Welcome to the Book Drop. I'm Matthew Kuchenda. I work at the Marlborough Public Library on 35 West Main Street, open 9 to 8 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5 Friday through Saturday. And we will be closed on Monday the 1st for Labor Day. Donation days. Donations occur on the first Wednesday and third Saturday of every month. For this month, those days will be the 3rd from 12 to 2 and the 20th from 10 to 2. Donations are collected by the Friends of the Library on the 2nd floor by the welcome desk. Remember our carnival? What was its name? Well, anyway, here's how it went.
Yes!
Programs. Saturday the 6th at 1, instead of its regular time of 10, we have Climate Cafe, coexisting and conserving our wildlife. Alyssa Giaquinto, along with her barn owl Bella, from the Giaquinto Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, will be making their return to talk about how to safely coexist with the wildlife around us. Alyssa will be doing most of the talking. There will also be coffee and pastries for free. Wednesday the 10th at 1, we have musical sing-along with Debbie Crane. Together you will sing, dance, play with rhythm instruments, and musical props like egg shakers, scarves, and more. This event requires registration and will occur every Wednesday for 7 weeks. Tuesday the 16th at 10, we have Dance Me a Story. Designed for children ages 3 to 8, this interactive storytime program brings classic fairy tales to life through the magic of dance and movement. As you read each story, you'll act out key moments with fun dance activities, perfect for any little ones who love music, stories, and dancing. Monday the 22nd at 4:30, we have How to Take Great Photos with Your Smartphone. This class is for those interested in producing high-quality images with your smartphone cameras. That means learning and understanding the camera controls as well as when and how to use them. Saturday the 27th at 10, we have Author Talk with Linda LeSage. A Cup of Tea with Miss Jean, Her Life and Legacy. The late Jean Beddoe Arndt, or Miss Jean as she was called by her students, was a staple of local dance schools teaching in and around the Marlborough area. That's not all though. She was born in 1924 London, survived World War II, performed for the King and Queen in an acrobatic troupe, and then came over to the States as part of a circus. Not something you'll want to miss. Monday the 29th at 3:30, we have Bad Art Afternoon. Be a teen and come make art. It's that simple. Adult book clubs. Undiscovered Realms, the sci-fi fantasy book club, will be discussing Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang on Wednesday the 6th at 6:30. A brilliant mage and an outcast janitor uncover the dark secret powering their utopian city, forcing them to choose between upholding the corrupt system or risking everything to defy it. The next book is Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. On Tuesday the 12th at 6 and Thursday the 14th at 11, the Adult Book Club will be discussing The Pirate Wife, the remarkable true story of Sarah Kidd by Daphne Palmer Geanacopoulos. The titular Sarah Kidd was the wife and secret accomplice of famous pirate Captain Kidd. The Pride Book Club is discussing Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. Set in the 1950s, it tells the story of 2 teenage Asian American girls who fall in love against the background of Red Scare paranoia, homophobia, and an anti-Chinese sentiment. The Horror Book Club High Strangeness will be discussing Fever Dream by Samantha Schweblin on Wednesday the 24th at 6:30. In this psychological and ecological horror, a woman lies dying in her hospital bed, unraveling a surreal tale of pesticide-poisoned landscapes and maternal dread as a boy sits next to her. He is not her son. Children's book clubs. The Dewey Decimators are meeting on Thursday the 25th at 6 to discuss Sherlock Holmes and the Baker Street Irregulars, The Fall of the Amazing Zelindas by Tracy Mack and Michael Citrin. The Book Bunch is back, baby! And they'll be meeting on Wednesday the 17th at 4 and Saturday the 20th at 3 to discuss Pete the Cat, A Cat for Pete by James Dean. This month, I was able to finally meet one of our local library celebrities, Dublin, and his trainer, Paige. Take a look. Kids can be lovely towards animals. Very, very sweet. Hello.
Don't go back.
I understand. I understand. Hello. You've never met me before, Dublin. Dublin, I'm Matt. I apologize. I didn't.
Like I was leaving him.
It's because I didn't say hi when I immediately came in. That was the problem. That's the problem. I could use some therapy. Thank you. That's perfect. Hello, Dublin. It's wonderful to finally meet you. I've heard your name for the past 8 months, and I've never met you. I feel like that's rude of me. That's on my part. I live 4 minutes away. I should have met him by now. Okay, I have to actually remember my questions now. So Dublin, I was wondering why you were named Dublin. Do you know why? There's over 20 cities named Dublin? That's crazy. Thank you for teaching me. I didn't know that. And I'm just curious, do you have a favorite book that the kids have read to you at all? The Franz Kafka Diaries? That's a really interesting response. Oh, you also like Captain Underpants? Nice. I always picture you more for a dog man. Sorry, I didn't. No, not because you're a dog. I've heard those books are very good. I apologize. I didn't mean anything by it, I promise. Oh, you really don't care what book it is as long as the kids read it to you and they're lovely? That's a sweet answer. That's a good answer. I like it. Oh, you're so cute. Any final words to the lovely patrons of the Marlborough Public Library? Oh, the stairs are over there. Yeah, they usually miss that.
Sorry, you walked off in the middle.
That's fine. Hello. So I am here with the lovely
Paige Whittingham and Dublin.
And we are here to talk about the fantastic program we have on Monday nights called Reading with a Dog. So explain how you got started here.
So Dublin is an 8-year-old golden retriever, and he started here when he was 2 years old.
Wow.
He had just gotten trained and certified to be a therapy dog, and we contacted the Marlborough Library, and they were just in the market for a therapy dog because their previous one had just left. And so Dublin started to come in. He's very friendly. He loves children. He's very calm, and he likes to sit there and listen to kids read stories.
Oh, that's so awesome. Does he do any other libraries as well, or any other programs like this?
He doesn't do any other libraries. He has visited at hospitals and nursing homes and things like that.
Oh, that's amazing. So how did you get into the idea of having him be a therapy dog and kind of doing work like this?
Yeah, so I had 2 previous golden retrievers before him that I was just doing basic dog obedience training with, and the person who was my dog trainer was very involved in therapy dog work, and they had a whole club full of people who would go to nursing homes together, and so he encouraged me to try to get my dog certified, and we started doing it, and it's just a lot of fun. The dogs love it, the people love it, I love it, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And so we started doing that. So,
that's awesome,
yeah.
A win-win-win, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So what does a program like the one that you do at the Marlborough Library usually consist of?
So we have kids that sign up in advance for a 15-minute time slot, and they come in for their time. They've picked a book that they've either brought from home or they pick up here in the library. They sit on the rug with the dog, and they start reading to him, and sometimes he falls asleep. I tell them that he's really concentrating. Sometimes he snuggles up to the parent while the kid is reading. But it's cute to watch the kids do it because I think it's great. It kind of boosts their confidence, and it's so funny to see their reaction to the dog, because some of them will like read the page and then they'll turn the pictures around so that Dublin can see the pictures, which I'm sure that he really appreciates. So he knows what the story is really all about.
Yeah.
A lot of the kids will pick books they think that he will particularly like, so they'll have a dog as the character or a cat sometimes. But it's really a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question, was just how do the kids react to him, and how do you see it like affect their,
some of them, when they first come in, it's hard to get them started reading because they're just a little excited to pet him. Yeah. And then we've had a number of kids where their parents have come because they're really afraid of dogs.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
So the parents will do it kind of twofold, to help them practice their reading, but also to help them get used to being around a dog, because he's not a very threatening dog.
No.
He's very mellow. He doesn't make, fast movements or anything like that. We've got a little fan club over here of kids staring in the windows.
Hello.
So that's been really kind of fun too, because it's nice to see kids kind of who are nervous at first learn how to interact properly with a dog and
of course.
Do that. And as a child, I was really afraid of dogs.
So was I.
I've come a long way. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so many fantastic things. I remember, I mean, a lot of people have dogs. It's a bit debilitating sometimes to be scared of them as a little kid.
Yeah.
I remember once I went to my uncle's house in Florida, and he had 2 little yapper dogs, and I stayed on the bed for 2 whole days. So I would have appreciated Dublin.
Yes. He's pretty low key.
Yeah, it seems like it. What kind of stuff do you do at the hospitals and nursing homes?
We visit the residents, and we'll go from room to room, or we'll go through their like recreational areas, and people just like to pet them and interact with them. They tell you stories about the pets that they used to have that they miss.
Okay, yeah.
It's funny, with a previous dog I had who was a male golden named Seamus. We used to go to this one memory care center, and one of the women, every time we came in, she would tell her friends, "Here's my dog Princess. Princess has come to visit me." And she was convinced that Seamus was her dog Princess. Yeah. So we just went with it, and she loved it when Princess would come to visit, and Seamus was happy to oblige.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Does Dublin recognize a lot of the people that you like meet over and over?
Yeah, I think he definitely has some fan favorite kids here who come frequently, and he hears their voice down the hall, and you can see him perk up. So definitely.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah. What is a day in the life of Dublin? How is he pampered all the time? What is he?
No, he does have a younger brother named Willie, who is also a therapy dog, who's a 3-year-old golden. And so he spends his time either sleeping or wrestling with Willie most of the time.
Nice, okay. Yeah. keeping fit for the kids.
Yes, indeed.
How are the kids? Are the kids usually very like gentle with him? How do you see most kids acting?
I think all the kids have really been quite gentle with him. That's one thing I worried about when I first started.
Of course, yeah.
If a kid would startle him or pull his tail. I've not had a single incident. The parents are really good about monitoring their kids as well, but I think generally they've been very, very gentle. One of my favorite stories when we first started, when he was 2, so 6 years ago, there was a young boy who would come and read to him, and he had a baby sister, like a little baby, still being carried in the arms. And I was talking with the mom, and the baby took the pacifier out of her mouth and stuck it in Dublin's mouth. And they still come to visit him. They've been here as recently as a few months ago. They still come to see him. But that was his favorite baby. For sure.
That's so cute. And that's something they learn when becoming a therapy dog, right? Like those are special skills that they're trained for?
Yeah, I mean, being a therapy dog is, you have to have basic obedience so the dog's under control, but most of it is about them having the right temperament and the right personality. And they have to be able to be pretty unflappable, so loud noises don't scare them. Moving equipment like a wheelchair doesn't startle them, so they're pretty kind of like this. Where nothing really bothers them. They have to really love people. They have to enjoy engaging with them. Some dogs really don't like that.
Yeah.
Golden retrievers are often seen as therapy dogs because that's part of what their breed is all about. They're
makes
all
sense.
about pleasing other people, and so that's why you so often see them as therapy dogs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who has never done an activity with a therapy dog and is kind of looking into possibly seeing for a program or joining this one if they have kids?
I think, just kind of think about what your needs are and what you think the benefit to whoever you want to bring the dog to is what that's going to be, and then give it a try. There's a lot of different therapy dog organizations that certify therapy dogs, and you can reach out to any of them, and they'll put usually a blast out to their membership and say, if any of the volunteers are available in the area, you'll get in touch with them that way, and that's how we've gotten a lot of our activities is through that.
Oh, that's so cool that there's such a network to help for something like this, because it really is so helpful.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah. We may have to wake him up for the rest of the session.
If he wants to sleep, I'll let him. Let him. He's a star. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was fantastic. Is there anything else you feel like?
So Dublin hopes that all of you will take a look on the library's calendar. We're here every Monday from 6 to 7. Please sign up for a time slot. We'd love to meet you. Right, Dubs? Yeah.
God, does that dog shed? Anyway, we have lovely staff selections for this month. Many of our librarians participated in a staff summer reading competition, so we asked them to recommend their favorite book that they read. Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. A biologist journals her strange and terrifying experience into Area X. This librarian enjoyed it so much, they went on to read the whole Southern Reach series. They say to read it with a friend or coworker or library book club for extra fun discussing all the ins and outs of the story. Toward Eternity by Anton Hur. Our librarian describes this book as a masterpiece. It is a sprawling tale of humanity and language throughout eternity and how poetry, love, and self-determination shape and perpetuate those things. For a book that is largely about immortals and AI and desolation, it radiates life. It Rhymes with Takei by George Takei. This graphic novel takes you through the life of George Takei, including his career, his social and political activism, and finally his groundbreaking choice to come out as gay in his late 60s. It is beautifully written and drawn. Harold by Stephen Wright. An 8-year-old daydreaming during class. That's all that happens in this book. To quote one of its many memorable lines, everything doesn't have to make sense. Just look at the world and your life. Just as an aside, Stephen Wright is one of my favorite comedians, and it's really cool to find out that he's also an author too. Entangled Life by Merlin Sheldrake is a love letter to the complexities of fungi. It explores the way that they have shaped life on this planet despite being largely overlooked by science, at least when compared to plants and animals. It emphasizes their queerness, their ability to resist conventional categorization, and defy what it means to be a neatly packaged individual. Death of the Territories, Expansion, Betrayal, and the War That Changed Pro Wrestling Forever by Tim Hornbaker. Great read for wrestling fans and historians alike. An unbiased history of the start and end of the NWA and territory system in wrestling, and the promoters that caused it all. This librarian thought they already knew all of this, but was still shocked and amazed about what really happened. Yeah, Jawbone by Monica Ojeda. This surrealist horror jumps between the present of a high school girl who was kidnapped by her teacher and the week she shared with her cultish friend group leading up to her abduction. This is not a title for everyone, but for those who can stomach its dark and raw nature, it is fascinating. All My Rage by Saba Tahir. It's a book about 2 Pakistani-American teens who are about to graduate high school. However, the death of Sal's mother derails his plans, and he and his best friend Noor must scramble to get through their final year as the struggles of school and family overwhelm them. This librarian thought it was a very important book to read since it discusses the difficulties of life as immigrants, racial minorities, and people of a lower socioeconomic class. And finally, Run for the Hills by Kevin Wilson. This book is about 4 half-siblings who start out unaware of each other's existence, but who share the experience of having been abandoned by the same father. The siblings find each other and connect, and in the process create a sense of family that had been missing from their lives, and help each other resolve the trauma of their shared loss. Despite the serious premise, this story is a warm and funny testament to the kind of grounding and support siblings can provide for each other. Advice column. So this month, while down in the bowels of the library, we found an old Super 8 tape that said advice column. It looked to be from around the 1950s, so we thought what better to place to show it off than right here.
It all started the night I got that call. I had just gotten back from dipping the bill with a local stool pigeon when the horn started ringing.
Hey,
The person's voice was so smoky I could smell the hickory coming through the speaker.
I was just wondering if you guys have a mystery section.
Mystery section? Pondered that, chewing the words like tobacco. This wasn't my first rodeo. I knew they had to be talking about something else.
How did you get this number? Where was she last seen?
Do I have the wrong number? I thought this was the library. I'm just looking for a...
I hung up.
My first clues: a woman, a library, and a mystery.
Fate has a funny way of moseying up on you when you least expect it. Ever since tensions has escalated with the Soviet bloc, people had been speaking in code. I suspected they were looking for a woman named Miss Terry Section. So I ambled on towards the Marlborough Public Library. Conveniently, I had to return some late DVDs. I know there's no fines, but my mama raised me a respectable boy, so I wanted to return them for others to use. I opened the doors and found myself at the intersection of regular and print, blown in like yesterday's newspaper. So I began a search.
I decided to ask people. They were of varying levels of help.
I wasn't looking for a new case at the moment, but like a broken electrical component, I couldn't resist. I was behind the 8-ball. I was afraid the case had gone cold. I was afraid I was delusional. I was afraid it was a fraud, a phony, a con artist, a grifter, a liar, my very own flim-flam man. But when I'm at my lowest, I always look to my stalwart guide, my mentor, the smartest woman I know, Agatha Christie.
I had to go to M for mystery, but I couldn't find Agatha Christie anywhere. Who was this floozy Sarah J. Maas? I felt so wrong in that moment. I could have died.
Hello.
I'm having a lot of trouble. I'm trying to find Agatha Christie.
Oh yeah, so Agatha Christie will be shelved under Christie in the fiction section, which will be straight down there.
Oh, is that around the mystery section, or?
Oh no, so the mysteries and the other genres, they are shelved with the fictions in general
Oh,
together.
would have been nice to know that before.
So after doing a little bit of research about the alphabet, I found that C comes after B, and there she was, my woman. Hi, trying to pick up this book by my, well, I know her as Chris. I forgot my card.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. What's your
Bit of a doozy I'm in.
what's your last name? I can look you up by your name.
Tomes.
Could you spell that for me?
Thoememes. It's not the normal spelling, that's how I spell it.
Noted. What's your first name?
Sherlock. You know how it's spelled.
Just like the detective. Okay. Okay, so it does look like you have a few DVDs that are overdue.
Can I return them next time? Is that?
Yeah, we could.
Okay, I have some of them in there, but like I think.
We can work with that.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
And you're all set.
Yeah. Can I smoke in here?
Absolutely not.
That day might have been a busted flush, with Miss Terry's section eluding me, and my blowing a gasket and all. But at least I knew how to navigate the fiction section of my local library. The future was bright.
Really crazy to know that the past was always in black and white. The more you know. And we hope to see you at the library, now in Technicolor.